Good evening, everyone, and welcome to my next episode of my trading journal. Basically, this is my update number 17 of my trading journal, and today's Sunday, the 26th of the 7th, and we are basically just doing a market analysis, just getting ready for the week. And I have kind of decided that I'm gonna give this a little bit more time. I have got my second docking station, so I can actually look at the trading while I'm moderating, and hopefully I can start learning more from it, because of course there's no point just looking at it and not doing anything. um, I'm gonna try and keep it simple. Let's say the more experience I'm gathering with trading, I understand that the more I'm looking at the markets, the worse it gets. Also, the more markets I'm looking at, the worse it gets. So I think I'm going to narrow it down to my original Ronin pairs, and that is these ones here. So you should be able to see them on my screen, just these ones here. Now I'm going to get into, if there's no opportunities on the first three, we're going to go into the next three, and if there's no opportunities, we're going to keep going all the way to the bottom. But just for the sake of it, I just want to have a look at our possible entries from last week, see how they closed off, and see whether there was any opportunities that is not worth burning and losing just because of my Ronin pair kind of ideas. So the first one on our list was NZD USD. We're looking at daily right now, and daily has come down to this area of interest, and it's rejected, and now it's coming up again. Now we know weekly is bullish, so we would be looking for sales. However, even though weekly is bullish, we know that weekly is retracing. So right now it's retracing, and unless we are going all the way to the bottom with the retracement, you wouldn't know. But because daily is also bullish, let's have a quick look at daily. Daily is bullish, and daily is already rejecting this area of interest at the bottom here. Now this area of interest, every time the price is coming down to test the support, it's had not it hasn't held. So every time it's come to it, it went right through it. So it is possible that this is gonna go back down and reject this EMA rather than continuing on a bullish path. But I guess the best thing to do is wait and see. Like right now I can see this, once we reached this area of interest, didn't hold, it just went through and it went back up. This once here, it came to it and rejected, just about similar, and he went up and above this other area of interest, and then he went down again. So it's an area of interest that is not so respected. So from that point of view, I can guess that, based on the fact that wasn't respected before, I can guess that is going to go down. But trading is not about guesswork as much. So we need to assume based on market structure. Right now we are rejecting this area of interest, and we are rejecting it with a continuation on a bullish trend. So just dropping down to 4 hourly quickly. My opportunity would have been after this closing here, and we can see that that would have given me my 1 to 0.5 right there, and I would have been able to enter and exit. Enter and have a take profit assigned at that level. I could have probably had a slightly smaller stop loss, but I do like it to be at the area of interest, which happens to be this time at daily high low, which means if we were to break below that, I would have been wrong anyway. It would have gone, would have changed trend. And yeah, so I missed my opportunity. I'm not gonna, I believe I'm just gonna look at it because it's in the watch list, but the reality is I don't think I'm gonna be in a safe position with it for the trade. So we'll just leave that as it is. Next one was GBP NZD. Just quickly looking at weekly. Weekly is bullish. We are now reaching a point where we can either break below. We can see this week has closed above the weekly high low, which means it has not obviously created a new lower high and a lower low. So we are now possibly looking at a continuation, a bullish continuation. Now, based on what I see, daily is bearish. So daily has already flipped the script and it is rejecting at this area of interest. So it is possible that we're basically witnessing a change of direction. So again, there's no point doing much here apart from just having a look. It is possible that we're gonna witness a change of character and just a continuation to the downside on a bearish trend, but it does not align with what we normally look for. I can't see the confluences. Weekly is bullish, however daily is bearish. So because daily is bearish, weekly is bullish, there's not a valid trade. So we're gonna leave it alone, but I'm expecting this to go down further. EuroCAD, looking at weekly. The reason I'm going back to weekly as well is this indicator that I've created. It is a little bit glitchy sometimes. Now, it pays for me to have a look and just confirm 100% whether weekly is truly bearish or isn't bearish in order to believe it. And after a while, once I know where it's failing at, I can probably just adjust and maybe look at the coding and try and eliminate it. But I know sometimes doesn't show right. I mean, right now monthly is bullish, but if I go to monthly, it is possible that is wrong. Okay, monthly. So monthly is not wrong. Monthly is actually bullish, and that's a good thing to see. And we can see that we haven't been outside this for quite some time. In fact, since what's this? August 2025, we have been within this range. So it is good to see. Now, just going to daily. I know. So I said, okay, this is exactly what I was talking about. Weekly. So weekly is bearish, and that means we would be looking for a sell. So that's what this tells us. And we would be looking for an area of interest that this price is going to react from in between the weekly high and weekly low. And just looking at this right now, how many touches we have? One touch, two touch, that's too far. So we haven't actually got a valid one, two. We haven't got a valid area of interest for us to look at weekly. Now dropping to daily, just quickly. Daily has got, what are we? Daily has got a really small leg. It is trending to the downside. However, it's just very untidy. I would say we probably have 1, 2, 3 touches. We could potentially have an area of interest just about here. Control C, Control V. Where did you go? There. We could have one right here. 1, 2, maybe 3. Maybe we can say there. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe. Just so that would mean that we would be expecting a rejection from this area in order to go to the downside. And we're just dropping down here, and we're kind of seeing that. We're kind of seeing a rejection, like it's breaking. It's almost above it, so very untidy. I would not be trading. From last week's point of view, there was a beautiful push to the downside as we spoke about on Friday. And I didn't take this trade, unfortunately, but I'm still proud that I've managed to mark it as a positive trade, so it's good. That's enough for that. Just quickly having a look at Euro JPY. That was a beautiful trade that I've marked last week. Only if I was to take the trade, that pisses me off sometimes. I shouldn't say sometimes. Since February, since I started trading, I have this habit of marking all of the trades, and I can recognize that I have got an edge. And it's possibly, I would say I'm maybe 35-40% on a win rate, but I just never place the trades. Now I have a small account. I'm trying to get the account to grow, so I just need to focus and just do it. Just do it and get that account to, I know, 3 grand, 4 grand, 5, 10, and so on. This would have been a beautiful trade. And just looking at it from where we are now, it still needs to trace back to this area of interest. And looking at daily is already way too high. I don't believe this is going to come down. It's probably going to form a new area of interest or a liquidity zone. We have 1 touch there, 2 touch. which is probably about 15 pips. Yeah, probably this is a valid area of interest. C Control V. So if we're looking at this, yeah, this is actually pretty valid, guys. So we have 1, 2, 3 touches. So currently, this is an area of oops, shit. This is a valid area of interest, daily area of interest. I'll leave those comments alone for now. Keep an eye. So right now we are daily just back again. So weekly is bullish. So we're looking for the sell. We're looking for the retrace back into the area of interest that we just at now. I can actually see that we have 1, 2, 3 possible touches here as well. So 1, 2, that would be too wide, wouldn't it? Let's see how wide this is. 33. This could potentially be not a bad area of interest. 33 is not bad. So that means this is going to probably come back down and reject this area of interest. And that would mean that we are also retesting this previous high that was basically broken to go up above and come back down. I'm not sure whether it's going to come down deeply or not, but that would be something you could probably look at, just coming down here and then have another continuation to the upside. But again, possibly we're just for the learning of things, just having a look at it. But I don't think it's gonna give us an entry, a trade. Now this again is from last week. Weekly was bullish. So weekly, yeah, weekly change bullish. That's so funny. So this whole trade was actually bearish. Look at this thing. I just realized there's a trade there that I've marked. Look at that. Look at these trades here. Oops, sorry. Wow, okay. All of these trades, look at them. Look at this thing. Holy shit. If I was to enter this trade and keep it, oh my god, look at that. 1 to 15. And this is pretty fascinating. What can I say? I'm proud that I was able to mark them. And then is this one here? What's happening with this one? This was the wrong. Oh no, the same direction. So look at that. I picked every one of them as a down, but I did not enter. All of them would have been absolutely stunning. Anyway, changing the subject for nothing. That's good to see. This is what I was talking to you guys about in the past. I keep marking them and then fucking nothing. But I mean, if you look at it from a weekly point of view, just realize that I started trading February 9th. What is it? 17th, 9th, roughly. So roughly about here. That's what I started trading. Roughly about here. And look at that ginormous push to the upside and then come down and then push to the downside. So that's what it did since I started trading, and now it's about here. So quite interesting, I must say. So I'm expecting that this is going to have a continuation to the downside based on what I see here, because tomorrow when the market is going to open, this has already, it's going to close basically tomorrow morning first thing, and that is going to change the weekly to bearish, which means we are now looking for sales, which means we will be looking for a sell of that area of interest. Just dropping down to daily, we can clearly see that daily has broken below, retested, and now it's having a push. Now this candle is closing tomorrow, so for sure first thing tomorrow we're going to see a beautiful push to the downside. Or it is possible because it's a market. We could see another retest of this area of interest and then have a push to the downside. But I know for sure that is going to go down. I'm pretty confident it's going to go down. So I'm just going to mark it and we'll see if it's going to give me 1 to 0.5. There, that's how much you need to go to move in order to win this one. All right, next was GBP AUD. So GBP AUD weekly is bullish. I'll just double check. Weekly is truly bullish. Now we are coming down with a retracement. So weekly being bullish means we're looking for a buy. We are now in a pullback. So we've reached an area of interest, and on daily we are actually rejecting the EMA. Well, kinda we did, but we broke below the EMA. So it is possible that is not the end of the retracement, especially that daily is so tiny, and also for hourly is bearish. So it is possible. It is possible that we're gonna see a deeper retracement. So yeah, we're just breaking below this and retesting it. So it'll be interesting to see, but I wouldn't mark this. I do not know which way it's gonna go, so we'll leave it alone. But anyway, that's it from last week. This is just how they kind of closed on Friday. They were still on, of course. But for now, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go through my Ronin pairs. So Ronin is the ideal pairs for what I'm trying to do. And I'm just gonna focus on the three of them, the top three. Now, if there's no opportunities with these, with Euro USD, GBP USD, USD JPY, I'm gonna drop down to the next three until we find an opportunity. And last and not least, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through the list just to see whether there's an opportunity that is better than what I would find on the first three. And I think that's just sensitive to do. All right, let's go to weekly. So we're gonna do a top-down analysis. We're basically going to understand what the market is doing at the moment. So looking at this, we can see that I can probably delete these areas of interest because they no longer needed weekly and daily. We're just going to leave this on because I want to copy it. All right. So I can also delete this. I don't care about it anymore. All right. So right now, weekly is bearish. So weekly is having a push to the downside. And currently we have just broken the current weekly low, low, and that means we're going to be having a new low high, which is going to be at this level here. So what that means is that we're now looking for an area of interest that is within the new market structure. So this area of interest here, we're going to drop it off pretty much there and have a look at anything that's in the area. However, because I know this is going to change, there's no point really marking anything else and just focusing on where the price action is at, because that's where we're going to see a reaction from. Now we can see that we have got a touch right here. We have a touch right here, a touch right there, a touch right here, and two touches right there. So I can kind of see, I'll just measure this, see how wide it is. Now an ideal area of interest is 27 pips, but it can be as big as 60. So ideally, do not go above 60 pips. If you're going above 60 pips, that is too much. So right now we're having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches. And the way I know that is because I've been looking at this for quite a while. If I put my chart on and hide the candles, we can see 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, 4 touch, 5 touches. So that's how I know. I'm just used to them right now. So let's go back to candles and put the candles on. And now the reason there was no candles because this was off. And yes, the actual chart candles are there and they're hidden. But I like to use these no gap candles because it's a bit tidier and it just makes more sense to me. And that's how Alex has taught me as well. So I don't want to change it. So right now, we know weekly is bearish. We have got an area of interest and we have a direction for the market. So we know that this market is going to the downside, right? Because it is bearish and it has just broken down and it's created a new low. So we can now drop a daily and confirm exactly that. We will be looking at daily for sales and we want to mark an area of interest. And it so happens that this area of interest is actually a weekly and a daily area of interest. And that is very true because we have got multiple touches at this level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 touches. So this is a pretty well respected area of interest. So what I would be doing at the moment is I would be looking currently for a sell. Now I know both daily and weekly are bearish. So what that tells me is that we are truly on a downtrend. So we are going down and I know they're all aligning, including at the lower time frame. But then I can see here on my other indicator that the 30-minute, 1 hour, 2 hour, and 15 minutes, they all developing a bullish candle. So what that tells me is that we are creating a retracement, a small retracement that's going to bring the price back into the area of interest, which is what we want, because I want the price to be at the most premium in order for me to put a sell. And right now, knowing that I'm looking for a sell and the daily is already broken below and coming back up to retest this area of interest, I know that I would be dropping at 4 hourly, and I would be looking for an entry signal back into the zone. Now I can kind of see an engulfing candle right here. So this may have in fact had received that signal already, and I can see another one just about here. But I would be holding and waiting for a slightly cleaner signal, like I think it's called a morning star or a doji engulfing, or at least an engulfing, but at the area of interest, in the area of interest. So we barely broken below this, and now we need to come back and retest this area of interest and possibly reject the EMA, and then look for my entry signal. So this trade is a nice trade. Do I have anything in A? No. Okay. So what I'm going to do, sorry guys, there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a note here. I'm going to say weekly bearish, oops, daily bearish, and just broke below AOI. 4H bearish and retracing. Okay, so we're going to wait for entry signal at the area of interest. All right, and that's us. So this is this trade. So this trade has got a good potential. So I'm just gonna move this into Alex's tab here. Now this, I call it Alex because Alex is he's always very kind, and he's sharing some of the best setups for him, and I used to put them there, and that way I can kind of see what's up. But I'm just gonna I'm gonna use that for now because I want to keep an eye on the possible entries, because they were looking pretty good. So I'm just gonna kind of be sneaky now and then and look at them, especially Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because that would be the only days I'll be taking the trade, and I'm avoiding Mondays. But Tuesday, Wednesday, possibly Thursday, I would be trying to get an entry. And what I might even do is, instead of trying to go to 1 to 0.5, try and even drop that lower, and then just have a take profit, and then we can look at it and learn from it, just on the trades that are not fully good. All right, so that's that. Next one will be GBP USD. GBP USD top down analysis. All right, so weekly is clearly bullish. Like we said, weekly is bullish and is now reached an area of interest that is not respected. Let's see, so 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, 4 touch. So it is 4 touches, and the fact is, almost every one of those touches, well, I shouldn't really say that because it's 50-50. So 2 of them have had the rejection and gone down. Like 2 of them were support and 2 of them were resistance. So that doesn't really fill me up with confidence in the fact, for me being at the middle of weekly, I always tend to stay away, because what happens in the middle is what I call a gibberish. So when a market reaches that middle zone, it does a lot of consolidation, and when it's consolidating, you can get wicked out in no time, because it tells you, hey, we're gonna go down, but it isn't. Now, from a trading point of view, I can say, hey, we are bullish, right? So we're looking for sales. Now we're gonna drop here, and we're gonna keep an eye on it for did I say sell? Sorry, a buy. And we will be looking for buy. So this is daily. Now daily is bullish, and same thing, we are at the bottom. Sorry, at the center. No, what the fuck am I saying? Sorry guys, I'm a little bit tired, I guess. I don't know, it's Sunday night. So daily is actually bearish. So daily has already changed the character and is going to the downside, and it's normal because obviously weekly has got a bigger pullback. But now what that means is, from a trading point of view, because daily and weekly does not align, I cannot take a trade. I'm not going to trade because it's too risky. There's no point. Now, this takes me back to what I was saying about the gibberish, you see? So daily is so short already. So what that tells me is that it is possible it's going to gibberish out, and at some point it may actually change its character again and become bullish. And that's the time when I would be actually looking at it and say, okay, this is now good. It's aligned daily and weekly, at least aligned for a trade. And at that point, I would be waiting for hourly to also give us a good entry signal, and I'll be taking the trade. But for now, this hasn't made the cut for me. So the GBP USD hasn't, it's not really given me even an idea if it's gonna keep pushing to the downside or not. Yeah, I'm just gonna have a look at 4 hourly quickly. Yeah, 4 hourly is not really filling me up with confidence. For a reversal, 4 hourly is bullish, but 4 hourly has been really tiny for quite a while. So it is definitely consolidating at this level because it's in the middle of weekly, you know. So we're just gonna wait. We're gonna wait for it and see what's coming. Anyway, let's just look at USD JPY. Oh my god, I haven't looked at this in ages, but guys, I've marked this thing here a very long time ago. I've marked this here before the market even reached this area here. It was rejecting, and then it started just going to the upside. So June 15. So since June I've marked this, and look at it. It's doing exactly what I kind of anticipated it's doing. So that is pretty amazing to see that it's doing that. I'm expecting it. So this is a trade that I wouldn't be able to actually trade. The reason I stayed away from it is because it's kind of keeps going to the upside. So I can only trade this if it is coming back down to retest this level. But it is really challenging to know. Really challenging to know. Just going down to daily just to see what's happening here. Yeah, so this is very weird. I don't even know what to say, but I have got 1, 2, 3. So there's a nice area of interest just there. I can probably get rid of that. Oh, I might just take this one. You can see there's an area of interest right here, 1, 2, 3, and we can see this broke above that area of interest, and it's come down to retest it, and now it's pushing to the upside. So I'm really expecting this to come down and retest at least this area of interest, but everything is bullish, you know, daily, weekly, all of that is bullish. Yeah, it's hard to tell. Yeah, unfortunately, watch closely, potential bearish move. Yeah, this was the notes from this level. I thought it may go down, especially when I saw this big kind of doji and this engulfing. I thought, nah, that's it. We reached the top. We're gonna go down, but it didn't happen. But I didn't have a lot of confidence with it, so I never really taken that trade. But I marked it, and it will be interesting to see whether it stays within this the trend line here. And if it is, then that, I guess it will tell me that some markets do stay in between the trend line. I'll just zoom out a little bit. This is what it looked like. You see, definitely a trending market weekly. Yeah, look at that. That's weekly for you. Yeah, interesting. But anyway, we'll keep an eye. I'm not gonna put it anywhere. There's no area of interest to actually have even the possibility of a trade. But because there's only one possibility in the top three, I think we're gonna drop down further and we're gonna go to the next three and see if we can find another one. I'd like to have a minimum of maybe 4 opportunities for the week in order to have some trades, and then we pick the best one out of it, because I don't take I can't trade, you know, say if I have 3 opportunities to actually take them all. And this could be potentially very wrong, guys, but actually I have got what is it, 1x trade that I'm using, and that's the one that I have 500, and I have another one, the black bull markets. So maybe this week that's what I should do. Any one of them that has got a good opportunity to make money with. I only have $100, so I'm probably gonna enter with $10 to make 5. That could potentially work. Enter with 10, to make 5, and if it's 3 or 4 trades, then we can learn from them. All right, next one is Euro JPY. Now, Euro JPY, this has been consolidating forever. Shit, man. Look at this level here. Since December, this has been consolidating, and this is fucking insane. I think when this is gonna go, this is gonna blow up. So keep an eye out for a potential bullish move, as it seems that is rejecting the EMA and retesting the area of interest. Ricky's eye. Wait for. Okay, cool. So this we spoke about this. We spoke about this. We looked at this. We had this marked on our other trade as well. So let's just look at the. Hold on a second. So this weekly is bullish. So we would be looking for buys. Oh, okay. That's that area of interest that I've just marked. And this area of interest can go away now. We don't want it there. Okay, but unfortunately, this is only a daily area of interest. We do not have a weekly and a daily area of interest. In fact, we don't even have a weekly area of interest at that level. Shit. Yeah, but hey, it is what it is. So let's go to daily. Excuse me. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 touches. Okay, 5 touches. So this is a good area of interest. So this is actually a very that's a more bullish. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I think I'm gonna mark this as a potential trade. I'll put it in Alex's thing, and I'm actually gonna remove possible entries because I do want it there, and I'll remove it from watch list because I don't need to worry about the watch list. I'm gonna delete the watch list. Okay, cool. So we have 2 opportunities. Now, just going back to GBP AUD. GBP AUD weekly is, guys, I just realized there's no music for you. You must be getting bored listening to nonsense that I'm speaking. It may be nonsense now, guys, but the reality is, in another 5 years, all of these nonsense is going to be amazing sense. And I'll probably be in a different place than I am right now. So fingers crossed that I am going to... Come on, give me something. Naked science. Oh, naked science. Quiet aura. Okay. So hopefully in 5 years I'll be able to, to sit here, maybe have a nicer chair with the headrest, and maybe in a different place, so I don't have to be cold, because it's a little bit cold even though the aircon is on. It's a central heating in the whole house, but this room, for whatever reason, does not get hot. It's about 8 degrees outside. It is winter, but winter in New Zealand is mostly like rainy and just cold. You get snow down the mountain, and I'm in the North Island, and we have got some snow in Whakapapa. But anyway, let's just look at what's happening with GBP AUD now weekly, which is kind of the top-down analysis as we always have. I believe we spoke about this as well on the other side. Let me see. Yeah, this is possible entries. So basically the same thing. We're gonna wait for it to truly show us what's happening. It is in the middle, so it is in a gibberish location. Not a nice feeling about it, but I'd like to look at it. So I'll leave it what it is in possible entries. I'm not gonna do anything else. I'm not gonna add it to my other list because it's just too risky. Sorry. Euro AUD. Euro AUD, I don't think we have it in possible. Euro AUD, we do have it. Euro AUD. Okay, so we had all of them. Okay, cool. So Euro AUD, we just weekly. Weekly is bullish. Okay, weekly is bullish, but we broke below. So right now it's bearish. So we are looking for sales. That's it. We're looking for sales. But what we need to do is we need for the price to, which I think is too late. I don't think it's gonna happen. Looking at daily, daily already had a retest, which is an absolute gorgeous retest, like textbook perfect. Now the reasonable thing to do is just assume a continuation and literally enter this trade as soon as the market opens tomorrow. Literally just snap, bang, put it in there and wait to make 0.5 and then exit there. And honestly, I'm gonna put a note. I'm gonna leave these notes here. Those more notes. I'm gonna put a note here, and I'm gonna say this trade could have made me the 0 point, I should say the 1 to 0.5 by the end of tomorrow or sooner, as the Monday morning push could make it happen faster than I expect. All right, so I don't know why I did that, sorry guys. What? Oh, enter. So this trace, Jesus, new keyboard guys, this trade could have made me want to rewind by the end of tomorrow or sooner, as the Monday, Jesus, so as the Monday morning push could make it happen faster than I expect. I just want to have this here because I want to remember what I said, and I want to see whether what I see here is happening. Now, looking at this particular trade, we've broken below that area of interest. We are fully retesting that area of interest. So I would absolutely love this trade to go to the downside. Now, just dropping down to 4 hourly. 4 hourly is bullish and is now rejecting the area of interest and rejected the EMA. And it hasn't quite given me an entry signal, like a clean entry signal, which makes me believe that it is possible to have another retracement to the area of interest, which means it's going to put me in an even better place to actually take the trade. But we're just going to keep an eye on it and hopefully put a trade. So I'm actually going to move this into Alex. I'm going to remove it from possible entries and from the watch list because we're going to just have one place to look at it, and that's the A list. A from Alex. Cool. So right now we have got 2 opportunities or 3. Okay, so we have 3 opportunities. Let's carry on. Let's carry on and see if there's anything else that may be aligned with a beautiful trade. I'm not going to go wild. I'm just going to go to weekly and daily only. Or I can actually just go to daily, and what daily does for me, because I have got this indicator, the indicator is showing me both daily and weekly, and I can straight away assume that, not assume, but I can say that weekly is bearish and daily is bullish. So what that means is that weekly is still retracing. It's in the retracement phase. So I would, based on weekly, I would be looking for sales, but based on daily, I'll be looking for a buy, which means there's a conflict of interest. And unless the market has positioned itself in order to change daily to bearish or weekly to bullish, then I won't be able to trade. So there's nothing happening here. Let me see, what listing is this in? Watch list, remove. Okay, nothing there. NZD USD. Now the good news about NZD USD, weekly is bullish, daily is bullish. So we are both market structures aligned, which is really, really nice. That means we are in a place where we could be looking for buys, and we are rejecting the area of interest. That is a daily area of interest. And let's just go, we are at daily actually. Let's have a nosy. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 touches, 8 touches. So it is a really, really well respected area of interest. The only thing that does worry me every time we come down to this area of interest, we are not necessarily holding, so it's coming right through it. But there is probably 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 times this area of interest has actually held, has been a great support. So it is possible to see some beautiful rejection at this point and a continuation on a bullish trend. Now this is daily. If I go back to weekly, I can assume that we are in some sort of a range, you see, and it is possible that we will be seeing It's hard to tell. Because when it came from the bottom up, it came here, it rejected, it rejected down, and then rejected, but it went really low before it had a push to the upside. And now we're coming from the same place down the bottom here, which this area of interest is pretty decent area of interest. We can actually see some decent action off it. Now this is a little bit off it, but doesn't really matter. We are definitely in a place where I kind of believe that we will be continuing on a bullish path, rejecting this area of interest. Daily. Now you see daily is already rejecting there, which is, it's quite nice. That's pretty much why daily's got a wick come back all the way to this point here. So I do think this is gonna push to the upside. I find it not tight, I don't know how to express that. It's just, it doesn't fill me up with confidence because we are below the EMA. So I would have liked that EMA to be a lot more lower at the area of interest possibly, or just below the area of interest, and see some rejection. But anyway, look, we'll just keep an eye on it. Just going down to 4 hourly. And we do have an engulfing signal right here. So that came down. The only thing is it hasn't really gone, it reached the area of interest, has not gone into it to get the rejection. But it is possible we're going to see a bigger push back down. So we reached and rejected. I think it's possible to do another retest to align us in a better position. So I think it's the sensitive thing to do, to actually add this to our watch list. All right, let's see. Next one, USD CAD. Oh my God. Okay, USD CAD is having a rejection at this point here. I can probably get rid of that. So weekly is bullish, daily is bullish, everything is bullish. So let's see. Now this area of interest is a good area of interest, valid. Now these other areas of interest, they also valid, but they outside what we needed. So I can actually move this. And what I want to capture is where the price is at now, what is rejecting from. So I want to see how many points we're getting to be rejected at that level. So we have 1, 2, 3 touches. Oops. So 3 touches, yeah, and nothing else. That's weekly, but hey, this is a good thing. So daily, weekly, and where are we? And weekly and daily. So that's good. That's good. So we're just going down to daily, and we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this is pretty respected area of interest, and every time the market has come to it, I shouldn't say every time, but when it's got to it, it's gone right through it, came up above and back down through it. I don't know. Excuse me, guys. I'm so sorry. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be very respected, but it is rejecting the EMA. And this has given us a full engulfing signal. Now, the fun part about this, guys, is that I was looking for a sell, you see, but it hasn't really given us that. If I was to put a buy at this point, because everything was bullish, I would have been roughly just below that, and I would have taken my 0.5 profit. So just look at it. And this is on the daily, so let's just drop down to 4 hourly, because I would have traded at 4 hourly, and I would have, even better, guys, even better. So if I was to look at this trade properly last week and actually look for my entry signal, that would have been I would have probably not traded because it went too low. I would have this is definitely engulfing at this point. I would have had a minimum of 30 pip, but I don't think I would have taken this trade, guys. That's the reality. But yeah, that would have given me that easy give me a trade there. But look, I think for me, what I'm gonna have to do for this one, even though everything is bullish, I would look for a better entry signal. So I believe this has got another push to the down to here before it's going up. I don't think is this. It just looks untidy. But daily is also too high. And this has just rejected this area of interest, reject the EMA. It is possible to go all the way up, but usually if it rejects, it's nice to do a double tap before it goes up. So it'll be interesting to see, but I'm just gonna leave it alone. AUDJPY, weekly bullish. Wow, 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 wow. That's beautiful. Okay, this worries me. Daily. Okay, so that's why I should have left that alone. So daily has 1, 2, 3 touches. That's a valid area of interest. However, they outside our actual structure. So our structure is here and here. So we only have 2 area of interest. My God, guys. When you're trading late, how would you stay up? Are you having coffees? Or do you just hang in like I am and hope for the best? It is interesting. Very, very interesting. Anyway, so weekly is bullish. Well, daily is bullish. It is kind of rejecting this area of interest and having a push to the upside. 4 hourly. What is 4 hourly doing? Now this is definitely trending. So I kind of feel that I'm a little bit late to the dance. I need the price to come down a little bit further than that. Maybe even as low as daily here. And if that happens, I guess I could put a trade. I could put a buy, but look, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna stay away from it. It's just too messy. Now, same with this one here. Everything is bullish, and I don't know, guys. I don't trade when it's nothing to go off. Wow, that's crazy. Oh, look. Holy shit. Okay, so there is some structure. We can basically just assume that, hey, this is gonna go off. And just put like, I don't know, maybe $10 trade for whatever. Just have it long. But yeah. Be interesting to see what it's doing. Possibly coming down lower. Yeah, look at that. Consolidating. At a 4 hourly. But this is one of those trades that the reason they're purple because they're very far from being amazing trades. They do move, they're very volatile, but you need to know what the heck you're doing. Now, AUD CAD. See this red line? I put this red line here ages ago, and I show you why. Because that's how high the market has been, and we're kind of getting close to that point. And it's possible that we're not going to go above it. So my thinking is wait and see. So right now our market is bearish. So we haven't broken below for the last 4 weeks. We've just reached that point and we stay there. So from that point of view, we are looking for sale. You know, we are a bearish market. So it'd be stupid in a bearish market to look for a bullish move, right? That would mean you are looking to trade the pullback. So daily is bearish as well, and it's just literally ranging such a tight range, which is consolidation. 4 hourly is exactly the same. So, and it's bearish. So I guess if this is giving us a nice entry signal, it is possible that we can chase one of these moves for 0.5. Maybe. Look, I'm not really having any hopes in this, but I'm gonna put it in there. GBP CAD weekly. GBP CAD weekly. So weekly is bullish. Ooh, weekly is bullish. And we are rejecting this EMA. Sorry, the area of interest, but we are still way above the EMA. And now we broke below and we're retesting. So not nice. And that's below and retesting. Okay, so I just gotta keep an eye on this, guys. It may have a continuation to the downside, especially that daily and 4 hourly align. And weekly is bullish, you know, but the lower time frame is bullish, so that's also interesting. But I'll be waiting for this. A long position, I don't know. Would really make sense for a long position, but the market is kind of showing us otherwise. So long position, wait for the retracement and put a long position, then mostly looking like broke below, and it is possible to see a bearish push. Okay, I'll just have that as a note, but yeah, we'll keep looking at them. All right, what's in the watch list? Let's just remove everything from the watch list. I just want to remove them, guys, because shit, sorry. Possible entries. I'll leave that there. I want it to be in the possible. Just remove from watch list. Okay, cool. So now the watch list is empty, which means we can put some stuff there. But for now, we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs. Let me see if Athena is still with us, because I know we haven't paid for the subscription. But because we weren't able to make any money, Alex did promise another 6 months. Market opening soon. Sunday review. Okay, cool. So let's see what we have. We have, what are we? Come on, Ricardo. Okay, so we're looking at Euro USD. So according to Athena, guys, Euro USD, I am looking for a sell, and Athena is looking for a sale also, which is very good. So Athena is selling at weekly and selling at daily, so this is a very good trade. Euro JPY, Euro JPY. They're looking for a buy for Euro JPY and at daily and at weekly. So yeah, we are pretty good. So both of those have good potential. Oh, actually, I was gonna see how much. What's the percentage? 40%. Holy shit, that's very fucking low. That's bullshit. That's bad. Euro USD, and Euro USD is at 80%. So Athena's saying that Euro USD is very good. Euro JPY only 40%. So he's not happy. Athena's not happy. Girl, why are you not happy? Euro JPY and Euro AUD. Euro AUD, 75%, and they're looking for a buy. And I'm looking for a sell. How is that possible? Weekly buys, sells. Okay, so that's why 75%, because daily is selling, weekly is buying. Okay, NZD USD. NZD CHF. NZD USD. Come on, NZD CHF, NZD CAD. NZD USD. Okay, so NZD USD is got 80%. So that's actually pretty good, guys. NZD USD, 80% for a buy. And yeah, they're also having a buy as well. So one daily daily seems to have a sell on, but I'm not sure why it's so squished. Never mind. So they are actually selling at weekly. Why will they sell for weekly? Oh, okay. Because what they're saying is it's still retracing. Okay, that's fine. But hey, that's not bad. 80%. AUD CAD. AUD CAD. What did I say? A rejection? Nah, I mean, looking at this bearish, I don't think so. Almost looks like it's gonna go back up because it's doing a double top and then heading up. But let's see what they say. AUD CAD. AUD AUD CAD. AUD CAD. AUD CAD is 70% for a sell. Yeah, okay, so that's not bad, I guess. And on daily, 70% for a sell as well. So I guess the good thing is we are looking for a sell, so at least we are on the same page with that. Cool. Let me see if I can add another window, guys, while I'm online with you. Source. Window. Audio display capture. Window capture. Add existing window capture. Let's call this Athena. Okay. Select window, Chrome. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, you can see it. You can see it. Look at it. Okay, cool. I think you can see it. Okay, so this is Athena, right? So let me see if I zoom out, zoom more, or what's happening. Oh, okay, so just going over my whole screen. Never mind. But yeah, you can see the score down here, right? So this is actually pretty good. But I'm just gonna have a look. What I like to do is just go from, because the one thing that Alex's team hasn't done was to give us a chart for the best one. So it's good to just go through and have a look. So this 80% Euro USD. GBP USD is 60%. So you can kind of pick up everything above 80. 35%. USD CHF 50. AUD. Now what happens here, he's already put all of these confluences on automatically, and you can kind of just double check them, but it's nice to just go through and see what automatically has been picked up. 80%. So this one, NZD USD, which we do have, NZD USD. Euro GBP is at 70%. It's not bad. Euro GBP, Euro GBP, Euro USD. Okay, let's see where that is. Euro GBP, Euro GBP, Euro GBP, Euro CHF, Euro GBP. I'm gonna add these to watch list. So we're gonna have a look at them. Euro GBP, Euro JPY, I believe we have Euro JPY. Euro JPY is with us. Okay, and this is at 40% according to him, but I like it. Okay, Euro CHF, 60%. Euro AUD, 75%. It's pretty high. Euro CAD, 55. Euro NZD, 85. See, this is good. Euro NZD. Euro NZD. Euro AUD, okay. Euro NZD. Euro NZD. CHF, Euro CAD. Euro USD. Euro NZD. Euro NZD. I might not even have it. Okay. Okay. Euro NZD. Euro. Okay, I do have it. It's on that. It's here in the red list. Euro. Wait, right here. Fuck now. Okay, let's add these to watch list. So this one is pretty good, 85%. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's see what's next. Euro NZD. GBP JPY. 35%. That's horrible. GBP CHF. 75. That's pretty high. But it's not at the area of interest. GBP AUD 60. GBP CAD 70. GBP NZD 80. GBP NZD. I think I have this one. GBP NZD. GBP Okay, maybe not. GBP NZD. Okay. Possible entries. I already had that. Okay, we're watching that. AUD JPY 70%. AUD CHF 65. AUD CAD 70. AUD NZD 55. There's not many left, guys. 50. NZD CHF 70. It's not bad. It's just in between two areas of interest, which is horrible. 75 for NZD CAD. CHF 75. JPY. CAD JPY 70. CAD CHF 65. Okay, and then it's all the gold and other shit that we don't do. Yeah, we don't trade them. But let's see gold. What's gold? 55%. Anyway, yeah, so that's it. I'm just gonna hide that now because we don't need it. But that's what I used to do, right? So I'm looking at Athena, and that's what we've kind of concluded that some of them watch list on these two, you know, they also had the good potential. So I haven't looked at this in ages, and clearly is oh, this used to be Alex's trade, as in he was trading at some point. This part there, I can delete now because it doesn't matter. All right, so we are here. I can probably keep that there. Weekly, what's happening here? Weekly, oh my god, look at that. That went all the way down. Fantastic. That was a trade that I've taken, not just marked it mostly, guys. That's what I do best, just mark them. But you see, you had the double top here, came down, rejected, test again, and gone down. Beautiful, with even engulfing. This is a weekly, so that was a fucking beautiful push, guys. Just looking at daily, though, there wasn't really a signal. This wasn't a signal, but this was a signal. So it's recognizing this what makes the difference. Because if you would have entered here, even if you waited all of these days, you would have been fine. And then have the push, and that would have been mwah. Anyway, right now where is that? Daily is bullish, weekly is bearish. So we really not have much to do. We just need to wait for this. But yeah. And then Euro NZD. Euro NZD is at this area of interest, which is great, and it is bearish. Everything is bearish, so it's very funny because this broke back up above the area of interest. But maybe the area of interest is placed wrong, or not wrong, but see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches. I would say even if it was here, I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches and a rejection. So, ooh. Okay, I don't know. Not filling me up with confidence, but look at this trade, how beautiful. Hey. At that time I thought this was like a rain, what is it called, a trend, but it wasn't, obviously, right? I was wrong as fuck. But this one, see, this one would have worked. Okay, cool. We'll just wait and see. We'll wait and see what's happening. It is in a good place for a continuation of downside, but I don't know. It's hard to expect this to go down when it's above the area of interest. So this will, if anything, reject this and go back up to have the final push to the downside. But everything is bearish, so that means it's probably going to push down below and then retest and go. And we'll see. This is a nice kind of signal here. You see, it has the engulfing. And this takes me again to my engulfing logic. If I was to trade at the engulfing and get a short position placed just after this one closed and have my stop loss just above that, you can see the 0.5. Look at it, guys. That would have given me my trade. And it happens everywhere. It happens even this one here. Look at this one here, engulfing. Look at the push. Freaking ginormous push. I mean, I think any engulfing at any point, if you pick it up and go, look at this one here, this engulfing, if I would have entered there, bam, that would have given me 0.5. This full engulfing here, enter here, after that closed, bam, full. I'm trying to see one that was engulfing but it didn't go, because I have seen it happen. Now this one, full engulfing, look at it, full engulfing, bang, it happened, but it's obviously you wouldn't want the second one to be, right? This wasn't engulfing and it did it didn't go. Now this other one here, the push to the upside, still was engulfing, and it didn't go. But I recognize them. You don't want to look at those areas. You want to look after the pullback or retracement. Like this one here, for example, came down, broke below, had the retracement, and then he's engulfing. But this one here, it was already pushing to the downside, had the retracement, and then it should have given us an engulfing. But it carried on with another retracement. So I would have not looked for a trade there. I would have looked for a sell. Same here. I would have never looked for a sell, even though, well, actually, there wasn't really engulfing there, was it? But this was engulfing, so they had the push. This was engulfing, they had the ginormous freaking push. Yeah, this here was engulfing, and it didn't really make the push, so I would have probably lost this one. I would have had to have a ginormous wick of 71, and I never ever do. But the reality is, I would have seen this already, like a double top and potential reversal. I could have probably been screwed with this one, definitely. Looking at it now, yeah, that's full engulfing. Imagine entering there. I would probably have the stop loss just around about there at 60 to make that and kind of believe that, hey, look, it's double top is going to the downside. That would have probably screwed me. Oh, this is an eye opener. And again here, but see, this is the thing that matters is when it's trending up. When it's trending up, you would be looking for bullish engulfing. When it's trending down, you're looking for bearish engulfing, right? So if weekly is bearish, you would be down to look for bullish candlestick engulfing, right? So if it's going up, you should be looking for bullish engulfing. Like this one here was bullish and was engulfing. Enter, you made a shit ton of things. This one here engulfing and made shit ton of move. Engulfing and pushed. Not engulfing, it's still pushed. Not engulfing, pushed, and so on. And then this part here, see, had the push to the downside. When that was engulfing and it did push, but you would just avoid that. Anyway, that's enough for me. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching another episode of my trading journal. Just remember, I don't edit these videos, so just be kind. I have got on my to-do list a video about my indicator, because you probably, if you start watching, you look at that indicator and go, how can I get it? I am looking for some, let's say, qualified trading people that have been doing trading for a while and they are using a market structure. This probably doesn't work with everybody. This only picks up the fully closed candles, and is based on Alex's strategy. So ideally would be someone that's learned Alex's thing and they've been profitable, and they are still marking the market structure by hand. So mainly what I'm looking for is just to get them to understand, not to get them to understand, but to get them to explore it and play with it, for me to be able to understand whether it is a good thing to have or a bad thing to have. Now, I know I used to mark the boxes by hand, the top, the high highs and the high lows, or the high lows and the low lows. And I would, of course, when the market moves, the structure will still stay there. So you can kind of look at it and say, okay, we just broke the structure and now we're coming back down to retest it. But with this new strategy, indicator, that doesn't happen, because every time the candle closed, the market already follows it. So when you look at it, it's already moved. And I have been thinking maybe to add a shadow onto it so you can still see it, or just, naturally look at it. But I do skip that part quite often, and that's the bottom line. So it will be interesting to see like an experienced trader, what they feel about it and how it is before I would issue it or release it to the public. And I'm not looking for selling it or anything. I just want to get the people that want to use this to be part of my network and exchange, as in I want them to do trades with me together, to look at trades and explore ideas and options. But anyway, guys, if you are interested, just let me know in the comments, and I'm hoping that I'm gonna get a video ready and post it so you guys can understand how it's working and the logic behind it. But for now, thank you very much. Have a lovely week, and stay safe. And hopefully we'll have some good news Wednesday, Thursday, or possibly Friday.